Yeah.
Someone did.
Who would ask me?
Xtralarge Farms. That's where we are at right now. They have a major vision of raising a generation of passionate farmers, who will feed the world with healthy, organic, natural products, as well as provide a sustainable platform for financial empowerment for members through food and the agricultural business. Please welcome Mrs. Moji Davids, co-founder and managing director of Xtralarge Farms and Group of Companies. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us. Good morning. Happy weekend.
What is this about farming? And I saw a commercial just before we came on, and I saw some rooms with beds that were so inviting. I just felt like jumping from my seat into the TV just to go and put my head on those pillows.
You tell me that that's a farm.
That's my question. You say farm, and then you're showing me very comfortable beds.
Mr. Mama is always asking.
What is the connection?
Thanc you so much. It's
Kilo con bed, kilo con farm.
Thank you. Waiting concern Agbero with overflow.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So, what brought tourism into agriculture? It's about value addition. We're adding value. We're trying to redefine how farming is being conceived. You know, because generally when you talk about farming, like I always say, people are thinking about poverty, especially in this part of the world. You know, it's not so much like that in Europe, America, and other places. But in Nigeria, in Africa generally, once somebody even introduces himself as a farmer, you even without seeing the person, you already have a picture of a very poor, tattered, dirty looking, to the point that there is even an adage in Yoruba language where they say, you know, they just feel it's something that when you don't have anything else to do, and when things are not really working for you, then the next thing to now think about is agriculture. No, it should be the first thing to think about. And that is exactly what we are doing at Xtralarge Farms. We are wearing a new apparel for agriculture in Nigeria, and that starts from all our members. It starts from our office buildings. It starts from the food we produce. We want you to see things that are coming out from farmers and you're like, really? So farming can be like this. And that explains why you see that touch of luxury in the farm resort, you know, and you're even here on channels, you're like, let me just finish this program and get my
she doesn't want to finish this program. She just wants to jump from
this seat now.
Let's go.
Onto that bed.
Let's go.
So now tell her, where is the farm and where is this thing that we're seeing? Okay,
thank you so much. So this one you're seeing is the resort. It's actually our second resort, Xtralarge Farms and Resort. That's our second location. We had the first one in Arabia here in Ota, about 3 minutes to Canaan Land, Covenant University. But then we have this other one about 35 minutes farther. It's an integrated farm, you know, where you can come around. And I need to really talk about, you know, how it came about. But talking about the location, we are located just on the Otaidiroko Road, just that express road. We are just on the express by the right. When you're going towards the border, like you're leaving Nigeria, you know, to the likes of the Cotonou and all that. So we're just on the express. And the idea of that resort came about after all the different challenges that we encountered trying to set up our farms in the beginning. By the way, it's our 16th going to 17th year in farming now. And we discovered that every time we leave the farm, so my husband and I, you know, we're always there trying to solve one problem or the other. But every time we leave, we can't always be staying on the farm, for God's sake. But every time we go, before we come back, there's a problem. Especially during harvest. You harvest a little portion of the land, you go, by the time you come back, some unseen forces have helped you to harvest it further. That's great losses. You know, there are a lot of things. So we decided we're going to have a very comfortable home in the farm. So we won't always have to rush back home, you know. So we tried to bring, what is it that we really need? You want to bathe with hot water, you know, you put on, just press a switch, your water is running. You want to see a movie, you know, you want to eat good food, you want to stay in the air conditioner after being beaten by the sun as a farmer, you know. All those things we now try to bring onto into the farmhouse, it didn't only help us as the farmers, but it also helped our workforce. So we were struggling at the time to even get people to work on the farm. But immediately we put all this little luxury, everybody just wanted to stay. Even neighboring farmers would come. Oh, everybody wants to charge their phone. Everybody wants water. Everybody wants electricity. So we saw it brought life to farming. Yes, this is what we've been looking for. Wearing a new apparel for agriculture. This is where it starts from, And then it also helped us in, maximizing more profit. To be honest, it gave us definitely more efficiency and more profit. So establishing that in the farm for ourselves and for our workforce, then later when we started running trainings for people to come to the farm, come and learn about this, come and learn about that in farming, then we discovered even after the training, people don't want to go. They like the idea of, I'm in a farm, I'm chilling, the air here is fresher, the food here is more natural and tastier, there is no noise. You can imagine you are in a place for 3-4 days and you don't get to hear the sound of a horn. No car horn.
What about the animals on the farm?
The animals don't have that kind of noise.
The cows don't move?
The cows move, they are not where you're going to sleep. You even love the sound. It's like guitar to your
Oh, I'll tell you something interesting. Last week we had 3 young people with us on set. They're taking part in this channel's reality thing called Fund It Forward. And one of them, a young man, is a farmer.
Great.
And he brought a bag of rice and a bag of soy, which he showed to us.
Great.
I'm a proud farmer, he says. A very young chap. How many young people are you sending this message to come and learn how to farm properly?
Thank you very much.
In a modern way, so that farming is not a chore for them.
Yes. Thank you very much. So we've started that even from the schools, your kindergarten, your nursery, primary schools, and then we've taken it further to the tertiary institutions, and for even, those who are just coming out of school, internship programs and all that, because we believe that these people are the future of Nigeria. And agriculture is also a major player in the future of this country. So we have to find a way to connect the future leaders and the future business, together. So we're training people, we are bringing them, but we discovered that these people, they call them Gen Zs now, these people don't like stress. These people want to enjoy their life. And that is one of the reasons we have tried to make the farm resort as beautiful and as luxurious as it can be. So you can imagine having a part of Dubai in an African farm. That is exactly what we've done. So with that, you can have them stay for a whole year. Everybody wants to be a farmer. There's good life there, So we're inviting everybody. Yes, you can go on holidays, you can do this, you can do that, but this kind of life is different. You want to see the village. Somebody was at the resort yesterday, flew in all the way from the US, and he bought a property actually in our farm resort. It's one of the things we came to talk about today, how people can, plug themselves into an opportunity to make money transgenerationally, by becoming a part of what we do at Xtralarge Farms and Resorts. So this man came in all the way from the US just yesterday, and he was like, Madam, do you know the last time I saw a mango tree, a cashew tree, And he was just so crazy about it. He went to the palm kernel and he touched, and he said, this is fresh palm kernel, for God's sake. He went to the rabbit tree, it was just all over everywhere, went to the ostrich and everything. And immediately after that, you're checking into your room and you're confused. You're beginning to ask yourself, was this where I saw all those local things just now in a few minutes, and then I'm transitioning into, another place. So it helps us not only to preach agriculture on a soft note. Soft is the key to the young ones, but even to the adults, nobody wants to suffer. At the end of the day, that's just the truth of the matter.
It's just that we have to eat.
We just have to eat.
And that the thing is not going to
nobody really wants
to manufacture it.
Nobody.
But you know, speak to the investment part that you talked about, you know, earlier, because I'm sure some other people will also be very much interested in it.
Yes.
And I know Alero is interested, she just doesn't know about it yet.
Because the last time I took down your number and I was going to call you.
Oh, please.
But I haven't got around to it yet.
Let's start business. So, between 2020 and this year, 2024, Nigerians, I don't want to say Nigeria, Nigerians expend a minimum of $10 billion on domestic tourism. Even for the international tourism, we have only 860 million annually going into international tourism. But what we do within the country is over $10 billion.
Wow.
You know, so we are giving people an opportunity to tap into that opportunity. It will help us to create more jobs. You know, it will positively impact on the health of the people. I've seen people come into our resorts with one, you know, health challenge or the other, but just staying over 3-4 days, everything is changed. The kind of food you eat, the kind of air you breathe, you know, and all that, it has a lot. So, but we have a vision, we have a projection to attract into the resorts, Xtralarge Farms and Resorts, not less than 1 million tourists every year. And within Lagos and Ogun State alone, we have over 45 million people. And
how many rooms do you have?
Thank you very much. That brings us to the question. So it's not about how many rooms we have at the moment. It's about how many rooms we are creating every day. You know, so we have this package that helps people own a home right inside this commercial city. Companies come a lot for their corporate retreats, for their annual general conferences, for their staff trainings. Families come for their vacations. Groups come for their parties and whatever. A lot of people come in also for training or just for farm excursions. So we're dealing with 1 million tourists annually. And we're having at least 10% of that figure having a cost to stay over for minimum 2 days. For example, a Friday check-in and a Sunday check-out. That gives us about 100,000 people to provide accommodation for who are going to stay on the resort. These people are not going to come for free. They are paying. And that figure I just estimated now is grossing about 31 trillion, you know, in revenue. And we are giving people this platform to tap into this already existing and profitable business by owning a home in the resort. Why? Number one, you need a holiday home for yourself. You're tired of the hustle and bustle of town. So you need a country home, somewhere you can travel, you know, down to and feel very relaxed. You are going to achieve that by owning a house in Xtralarge Farms and Resorts. I hope the video will be playing somewhere so people can.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Everyone is
there it goes again.
Yes. Then the second part is a lot of people who have all these country homes, Yoruba, for example. Oh, I have this house in Ijebu. Oh, I have this house in Abeokuta. You only go there once in a year, maybe Christmas or Salah or whatever. All the other parts of the year is being locked up. It is not wise and smart. It is not such a good financial decision to make. Now, you have this home in Xtralarge Farms and Resorts. You are coming there for your own holidays. It's a country home once in a while. But when you are not there, you are authorizing us to give it out on short-let rentals to vacationers as they are coming. And you are making your money every night. It's far, far bigger than what you can earn on general rentals, even out of town, because this is a commercial city. This is a holiday, you know, destination center that people are coming into. So we are giving them the opportunity to own those homes. We have the 2-bedroom apartments, we have the 3 bedrooms, and so on and so forth. So you own it for yourself, yes, but you also earn. Let me give you a typical example.
Approximately how much does it cost?
Thank you. Like a 2-bedroom apartment costs just about 45 million naira. And on this same 2-bedroom, you're paying between 150 to 200,000 on rental per night for the people who are renting it per night. Now, we have 52 weekends in a year, for example, and we will be very untrue to come out here and say, oh, your house is going to be booked all the 52 weekends in a year. Not every day is Christmas. Yeah. But if we are doing an average between 25 to 30 weekends in a year, and you're earning an average of 150,000 per night, that means for a weekend, you're earning about 300,000. And for 30 weekends, you're earning about 9 million naira on a property you purchased for just 45 million. Plus, you're eating your cake and having it, because as people are coming, they're renting your house, you're earning the money. But you yourself still have the opportunity to make use of your house at any time you want. That doesn't happen when you build commercially for rental. Once you've rented it out to the tenants, that's the end. You can't have access to the house anymore. But here, you know, it's both ways. Eat your cake and have it. Then the third one that is very important is, how is the house maintained? Who takes care of the house? Who does the upkeep? Who does this? Who does that? The guy I was telling you about that came in from the US yesterday, bought a property there in June, July this year, and he came, everywhere was so clean, everywhere was so maintained, it was looking top, you know, because you have an interest in your property, but we also have more interest in your property because it's situated in our resort, you know, so the house is always, you know, properly maintained, cleaned and everything. Electricity 24/7, housekeeping services. It's a serviced apartment, but it's your house, you know.
Any payment plans?
Definitely. Okay. So this December, there are lots of things that we are doing as we're celebrating. You know, this is the time of giving and everything. So for everybody who is listening to me this morning and they want to be part of this opportunity, I want to own this house that you're talking about. You want to choose a payment plan, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever, is up to you. But because this is Christmas and you're calling immediately after this show to indicate interest, we're going to have a very powerful session on Zoom tomorrow by 8 p.m. Nigerian time, where we'll be talking to people just within 45 minutes, 1 hour, on all these opportunities and how real it is, you know. And for those who can even send people down to the resort, let them come and see by themselves. But the bonus we are doing now, for everyone who's going to call me today and be a part, I want to be a part of this. With a minimum deposit as low as $1 million, you've already started the journey, you know, to owning the house.
How much?
Of 1 million naira.
1 million?
Yes. Guess what we're doing? For that 1 million that you're paying, we are dashing you another 1 million naira. Bonus. Because it's Christmas, you know. So everybody has the opportunity. And there are some people who are like, oh, I can't really afford to own, to really, you know, maybe purchase a whole. Is there a way I can co-own with somebody else and something like that? We have those type of arrangements. And then for people who are looking
Mr. Davis, let me understand you. So those who call today and deposit $1 million, you will give them $1 million. So the balance they have to pay on the 2-bed, for instance, is 43 million.
Yes, please.
Correct?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
I heard you. I'm just, as you were saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and for those who are looking for where is the perfect place for this festive period, Christmas holidays, New Year holidays and everything, Xtralarge is the place to be. Honestly, you can't have it better than this. And then we're also having a session on the 3rd to 5th of January. We call it Focus Holiday. You know, so we want people to, especially for senior executives, you know, business entrepreneurs and all that, we want you to take the first weekend of the year to focus. It's an holiday, you're coming to enjoy yourself, but at the same time, you will be able to, you know, plan, drop strategies and all that. And we have a coach, business coach, who will be on hand to help people, you know, strategize for their business, set out goals, you know, and see all the things that we are doing. Don't forget that it's not only about tourism. Don't forget this is a tourist attraction center. It's situated in a farm. So it's impacting a lot on agriculture. You know, now this resort is helping us to do agric better, to be very honest. And then we also are producing over 21 different food products, all your staple foods, void of chemicals. Those are the things that we do in Xtralarge. So you are coming in for tourism, you're coming in for agriculture, you're coming in now, it's as a part of real estate in it, and then you're coming in for healthy living through food. Food foods are saviors. You know, there are certain things you can eat and your health will just
I was going to take you up on that
a positive turn.
So, do we buy food in the resort?
Yes, please.
We buy food on a farm.
No, I don't understand.
Produce of
the one
produce or
is it on the house? The people who
guest.
come, yes.
As a guest. Yes. All those things, yeah, it's a farm, but we are paying workers.
Oh, really?
We are paying salaries.
I'm just asking. Hey, I'm just asking.
Okay, I read something here about a food spittle. What's that?
Thank you. So the Xtralarge food spittle is it's a pioneer name. I'm sure you've never heard that anywhere before. So it's an hospital, let me put it that way, that takes care of different kind of health challenges just with food. Not even herbs, food. So the truth of the matter is every food item created by God has a deposit, has virtues of healing. Look at all the components of food products. You see, it contains vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin whatever, all those things put together. And those are the same things you're looking for in the drugs that you take, you consume. Now, the only problem why people don't get the values, the nutrients, the deposits in those foods is because most of the food, even before they come out as, you know, final products, have been bastardized with the use of chemicals. Starting from the farm, excessive use of fertilizers, pest control. There's this one, I can't mention the name on TV, but there's this pesticide, you know, that they apply on food, your beans, your catfish, and all those things.
The one starting with the S.
But yes. Has anybody ever wondered that nobody, even though it's done a lot of, you know, whatever to people's health, but nobody can go directly and hold that company or sue them or do whatever because they didn't advertise the product as a food pesticide. You know, it's actually an agricultural pesticide as it's been used in a certain proportion, you know, on the farm. And there is a withdrawal period before you even, when you're harvesting, you know, before you harvest, there's a withdrawal period. You're going to apply those type of chemicals before the food gets to the hands of the consumers. Okay. So the moment all this food comes across with all these chemicals and everything, it destroys all those nutrients, all those deposits, and you end up eating shaft. Okay. So what we do at Xtralarge is to give you food the way it came from the soil. 100% natural, no chemicals, no preservatives, no flavors, no colorings. So you now end up eating ordinary gari. I was so surprised one time we had people from Association of the Albinos who came to us seeking for cassava because it actually helps them to see well in the afternoons and it helps them not to have those black spots on their skin. It is that powerful, just cassava.
Someone told us when we were growing up,
ordinary palm oil. People are all over the place.
You will not see well.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you will not see well because you are taking those ones with very high cyanide content. So there is a way to eliminate that cyanide content, but our people are not patient. So the fastest, the easiest way, the only way to get rid of the cyanide content in the African cassava is to allow it to ferment for between 3 to 5 days. And then you get rid of that inner skin, apart from the brown one. You have to get rid of that before you process. But what happens in Nigeria is somebody's harvesting cassava in the morning, and by 6 p.m. that cassava is already in the Oshodi market, they're selling it. The cyanide is full there. So when you take that type of one, your eyes is going to be disturbed. You know, ordinary palm oil for people suffering glaucoma, it's a way out. People are suffering from asthma. There are things. Ulcer, radish, you know, tomatoes, okra, all those things, they have their healing deposits. But do not allow it to come in contact with any form of chemical so that you can get the best out of them. So it's one of the things that you enjoy when you come to the resort as well.
Because somebody says, this is good. Where is the exact location?
Otaidi Roko Road in Ogun State is 35 minutes away from Covenant University in Ota. That's the location of the resort.
30 minutes before Covenant?
After.
30 minutes
heading
after
towards
Covenant?
Idiroko, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of produce do you have on the farm? I know that cassava is one of them.
Yes, we are majorly into cassava. We are majorly into palm production. Palm is one business that every Nigerian should go into, I tell you. Giving you the opportunity to, continue to earn for over 40, 50 years without having to replant is something we have to look into. Right on that farm location, we have close to about 100,000 palm trees that are already fruiting. So we harvest and we do all that. We're also into some form of livestock. We have our cattle farms. We have our rabbitry.
So the fruits is what we call banga in Delta, right?
Yes, yes, okay. And that's what gives you.
Somebody is visiting you real soon.
Banga soup.
So I think I need to call out our numbers at this time. Somebody's itching for 2 things or 3. Number 1, remember I said there's a Zoom meeting coming up tomorrow.
Yep.
By 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Everybody's welcome. You don't have to pay to attend that. You want to be a part of what we're doing. You want to. This $10 billion that is flowing in the air, how can you have a percentage of that to yourself? And not only to earn the money, but also help us to employ more people and to solve, at least in our own little way, this issue of food insecurity in Nigeria. Somebody wants to be a part of that. You want to be a homeowner in the resort. You want to find a way to be part of 1 or 2 investment opportunities that are there. You need to call these numbers. Then the second set of people are looking for, where am I going to holiday this season? Whether it's for Christmas, for New Year, company retreats, whatever, anything holidays, think Xtralarge Farms and Resorts. Then the third set of people are people who are looking at, what is it that can give me financial freedom in the year 2025? Agric, tourism, food and health. We've combined 4 major necessities, and you're coming to be part of that. The first number to call this morning, just send, what do you send now? Okay, so for those who are interested in just the holidays, did you just send holidays to 0818 220-3553. So we're going to run the packages for you, whether you're a couple, you're single, you're a family, and these things are so cheap. With as low as 200 or 220,000, you have like 3 days holiday with all your feeding, with all the tours and everything.
It covers food.
It covers food. It covers your accommodation. It covers.
Not square.
Round, fat, king-size meals, and there's a lot of activities, like, for example, the Christmas, we have the Christmas Eve bonfire party, imagine this is
how many people will these 200 and something cover?
A couple.
Okay.
A couple. So if you have maybe a couple and 2 children, you just add a little extra to cover for their feeding.
Okay.
So you're interested in the holidays, 0818 220 5553.
5553.
Yes.
0818 220 5553.
Yes.
Okay.
And then for the opportunity of the home ownership, you will be speaking with me directly on that one. I want to feel you, and I'm owing you that 1 million naira as announced on TV this morning. So somebody needs to give us a chat on WhatsApp. He said home ownership. Just send it to us like that.
0817 160
yes.
6021.
21, yes.
Oh, you have that one.
You got it already. 081 71 60 60 21. 081 71 60 60 21. And somebody's looking for financial independence in the year 2020. I have a testimony for you, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think the last time I was here, somebody watched this program and then just plugged in. So we had 2 weeks after that, we had a summit somewhere at Victoria Island. He came around, saw everything. My good news for you, because I know you love to empower people, is that this fellow, just watching this on TV, plugged into what we're saying without any startup capital, sir. He didn't have to pay a dime to be part of what we were doing. And as at 3 weeks ago, we were checking his account. He even had to make a withdrawal of 5 million naira of what he had earned without a startup capital.
You need to explain that further.
without any startup
so what
capital,
did he
just
do?
watching and following the trainings and everything. There's opportunity everywhere. There's opportunity for you in the food business. Like I said, we have 21 different food products to our name, and they are the normal staple foods. We are into fada rice, we are into plantain flour, we are into beans in all levels, we are into local, we are into palm oil, we are into soya oil, we are into groundnut oil, we are into the best gari you've ever, come across. Tapping into all those opportunities with the network you've already built for yourself. Somebody's watching me right now, you have a phone, you have contacts on your phone, you're already a millionaire. You don't even have to open a shop or an office before you can start business with Xtralarge Farms. That one is there. Secondly, the opportunity of this home ownership. Somebody's watching me right now. You don't have the money to own the house, but you have an uncle somewhere, you have a boss, you have somebody, You are the one conveying the message to that person. You are earning good money.
Well, we will get more details when we send messages to you on...
Yes.
What are those numbers again?
08171 606021. You're interested in the home ownership, or you want to join our Zoom session tomorrow by 8 o'clock, you don't have to pay. Or you want to collect this 1 million naira that I'm owing, so let's define it. So the 1 million will be only for the first 50 people who are getting across this morning or afternoon.
Okay.
Yes.
Xtralarge
7160
Farms and group of companies.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming to tell us about your business, new innovations in agric business and tourism.
Yeah.
Mrs. Muji Davids, co-founder and managing director. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We wish you all the best this season.
Thank you.
Stay with us.